Armah Addy, welcome to the program Behind the Headlines once again.
Good evening. Thank you very much for having me, and good evening to our cherished listeners.
Sure. We're talking about the 2017 National Science and Maths Quiz. It's been in the system for quite some time now, and this year we saw it being taken to a different level. We are trying to look at the relevance of this competition and how it reflects on output in terms of when it comes to our second cycle institutions. The GES in its report reveals that schools that do well in a particular year, especially in the National Science and Maths Quiz, the output or their performance reflects in the WASI because they end up also doing very well, especially in subjects relating to science and mathematics. First of all, as an educationist, I want to find out from you what you make of this competition. Do you think it has any impact on our educational system, especially the second cycle institutions?
Yes, any competition, and particularly educational competition, which is healthy, is good in every sense of the word. And myself, starting off as a science student, if you like, at the levels before changing to arts at the A level, this competition interests me so much. And you can tell that there's a continuous interest by the media, all students, corporate institutions, and the country at large to see to it that this competition becomes one of a true international standard. So it's a very good competition, and the fact that the interest that the competition receives, the following that the competition receives, puts the schools into that preparedness in order to show forth what their school is meant of. Okay, so it's good. And talking about the relevance, up to a certain time, if you like, from 1992 up until now, there seemed to be a certain decline in the interest of the sciences. Usually it's pointed to the low standard of students and the poor pedagogical skills of teachers in science and maths subjects. So that this competition is meant to generate that excitement. Apart from being entertaining, the core is to generate the excitement so that the interest in maths and science will be revived again. So I think that it's a good one. And like you said, the GES report has it that schools that perform very well in the science and maths quiz competition reflects in their WASI results, which means that during this competition, the spirit of learning is stirred in the school, and everybody wants to get into that spirit. And once that spirit is up, the urge to learn, the interest to learn and excel is stirred, then it affects everybody at the campus. So yes, we expect that to happen.
Right. And one thing that is worthy of mentioning is the fact that in our minds, or we've perceived some schools as those A schools, and so one would ordinarily suggest that when it comes to science and math competitions, they should be beating everyone and making it to the finals or making it to a certain stage. But this year, the contest was opened to a lot of schools. So we had the preliminary rounds where some of the schools that were not really known when it comes to science and maths competitions were given the opportunity, and then at a point they met the seeded school. And so you would have a school like Japas, Jache Pramso, coming to meet a cedar school like Pope John Senior High School and defeating them, my school, unfortunately. And you'd have Mauli School defeating Opokwari Secondary School. You would have a contest between Presec, St. John's Grammar and Accra Academy, and St. John's Grammar will accrue more points than Accra Academy and all of that. So GS has always said that sometimes when they give a certain school to a student, he or she declines because they think that they cannot make it there. But surely these happenings defies that notion.
Yes, and that's the exception. Okay, so that if you take the entire student population into consideration, you see that where you have three contestant competition from, let's say, a not too popular school, beating other three contestants from a very popular school, it's the exception. Okay, so that the saying that this school is A-list or it's a popular school, therefore they are expected to do exceptionally well, it's a summation of the total student body, okay, as compared to a competition, a quiz competition, which has just a few people, and it's the exception. So that even the schools that are classified as not too popular, if you like, some of the names that you mentioned, you would realize that even though the school will not be too popular, but yet they have some students who can carry the school on the shoulder high if it comes to one school or so. Okay, but generally, I think that it will be difficult to compare, considering a lot of factors. I mean, the infrastructure in those schools, the quality of teachers in these schools. I mean, the selection, those who go into those schools, even the parents, and etc. etc. You can.
Finally, before you take leave of us, this is a science and maths competition. You've helped us appreciate some of the benefit that comes to it, and I've watched the documentary by the organizers of the competition, and you realize that yes, they've a lot of brilliant people have been discovered on their platform. They are doing well both home and abroad. Do you think that the GES and other stakeholders should also look at expanding it to include other areas, economics? Ghana, we find ourselves in a lot of economic crisis, and some other, maybe fine art, visual art and all, and so that other people would also benefit as well.
I agree absolutely with you, because I mean the decision to go science and to do this competition is so that the interest and enthusiasm in science and mathematics studies will be awakened. But we also see now a stiff competition in fields like law, and you and I know what's going on with the law professional entry and all that. Okay, so that if not to say that you don't have many people applying to or studying certain courses, you want to have the best, and you want to have as many people as possible. So yes, rightly, as you said, I'll say that they shouldn't stop with just the science and maths, but they should go on with the other subjects, like you mentioned, economics, geography, government, etc. As many competitions, healthy competitions that we can have across all the disciplines that would inspire secondary school students to study and be in that spirit to excel into the universities. It's all the best for us as a country.
Right. Thank you very much, Nii Armah Addy. It's always insightful speaking to you. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you so much for having me, and enjoy the rest of your program.
Sure, same to you. So that was Nii Armah Addy, an educationist, speaking to us, and the benefits of the science and maths competition. And yes, Prempeh won. Actually,